So the other day, I wanted to watch some HBO. I had an itch to watch some Game of Thrones. And what I did is I fired up my PlayStation. Now, I get my HBO not directly through HBO, but through a different company. I pay for my TV service, and I pay extra to have HBO with that. Now, because of that, they don't have the regular TV service apps on the PlayStation itself. But I thought, hey, I know that you can actually link in your subscription with the HBO app on the PlayStation. So I fired up the PlayStation, searched through the video apps, and I found an app called Hbonow. So I was pretty excited. I said, okay, here we go. So I fire it up, and I start going through the list, and I start noticing something. My provider wasn't on there. I looked online a little bit, and yeah, my provider definitely should be on some sort of list that allows me to watch HBO through a streaming platform, and I was really confused. And then I saw this one link where they said, hey, are you using HBO now? Because that's the problem. For your provider, you need to be using HBO GO. And for a second I looked at it and I thought to myself, what? What's the difference? So I went and searched on PlayStation, and yeah, I found a different program called HBO GO. I launched it up, found my provider, signed in, and I was able to watch TV. But you know what? That whole experience was incredibly frustrating, and I thought to myself, hey, why are there two different services that do the exact same thing? And so then I thought there has to be some sort of difference between the two. And then I thought, if I'm thinking this, other people are also thinking this. So here it is. I did a little bit of research, and I'm here to tell you guys between HBO Now and HBO Go what the difference is and which one, if any of them, is a better service. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let's figure it out. So to begin my search, I found this website called Digital Trends. Now that seems pretty reputable, so I went and jumped right through HBO Go versus HBO Now. Which streaming service is right for you? So if there's one that's right for you, it would stand to reason that there are some differences going on. Let's jump right in. Now first off, I noticed in the content section, every film, comedy, special, and television series HBO offers is available regardless of whether you opt for HBO Go or HBO Now. So that one kind of surprised me. So the content is exactly the same. Then we jumped into the price. Now the price is, I guess, where it diverges off a little bit. You see, HBO Now, and this is where the big difference comes in, is a standalone service. You pay $15 a month for it, and that gives you full access through programs. And then HBO Go is tied in with your cable provider. I thought this was pretty interesting. It goes right through, and also HBO Go is priced out. Some providers are priced out with providers, so instead of paying the $15 a month, you pay it extra with your cable provider, and it links in through that service. Now, it jumps into a little bit different of a difference as well, and this is the devices section. And this one kind of made me laugh because there really isn't a tremendous amount different in this one. And this website seems to go a little over the top with trying to show that. And as an example, let's look at our chart. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. It looks like it works on every single one of these devices except for one. TiVo. TiVo is the only one that does not allow or does not support HBO Now. So it looks like one thing you do get as a pro for having HBO Go is that you can watch it on your TiVo. That's pretty cool. And just to kind of close it out as well, I just went to HBO Go, I should say, their website, just to check out kind of what they had to say about it. And yeah, they kind of clarified it up for us here. HBO Now, just for everyone to know, is the standalone streaming service that you subscribe to through a subscription provider, such as iTunes, Google Play. iTunes or Google Play. I guess that's it right there. It says cable and satellite TV is not needed. HBO Go is the one that ties into your cable provider, which I think begs a very serious question. What is the point? Doesn't that seem a little bit kind of over the top? They're doing a little bit of kind of technology parkour in order to try to make this work? Like, it just seems kind of weird that they have two different programs. I know I'm on a little bit of a rant here, but I was genuinely curious as to what the difference is between these two programs, just to find out there really isn't much of a difference. All it really comes down to is HBO Go, you can just link in with your provider, and HBO Now is a separate service that you pay for by itself. I thought this was incredibly messy, completely blew my mind. Now I love HBO, I love all the shows, but I was just confused, and I'd like to know what you guys think as well. You know, give me a like, hit subscribe if you enjoyed this, and leave me a comment. Did you guys, I mean, maybe I'm the fool here, right? But did you guys know about this? What do you think about their system going about like this? And I'm sure logistically it makes some sort of sense. There's someone who makes a lot more money than I do, or anyone else out there who decides things like this. And I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting that they kind of have it set up in kind of an interesting way, to put it. I mean, to not put too fine a point on it. But yeah, tell me, what do you guys think about it? I'm genuinely curious. So, all that being said, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'm so glad you made it through this whole thing. I know it was a bit of a rant. I kind of went off the rails there. I do really love HBO. I think it's a great service. It's one of my favorite streaming platforms. I always watch it on an Amazon Fire Stick, otherwise on my PlayStation 4. I'll put some links in the description below to check out HBO. Also, feel free to grab one of those Fire Sticks. You know, I do use affiliate links to kind of support the channel a little bit. I really appreciate it if you guys kind of, you know, check stuff out, and, you know, and like I said, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I always appreciate it, trying to grow as much as we can. Yeah, without further ado, I guess you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for stopping by.